Hey everyone, Sebastian here. Welcome to Atmoseeker, your place where I've just put my headphones straight into the bin. I was just trying to check if the music was coming through, all right? But it's always good to just, when you're done with something, just toss it straight away. Hey everyone, welcome to Atmoseeker, your place for creating an inspiring atmosphere for your tabletop role-playing games. I'm in the crafting dungeon here, and we've got a bit of crafting to do here. Oh boy, this guy has been on the cards for a while here. This is the wide cam, or the wine cam, as we have. I've got a little glass of Shiraz here. Beautiful bouquet on that one. And we've got I'm just gonna be painting up this AT-AT Walker. This has been something that's been in the works for a while. Just been kind of trying to get it together. Hopefully that's a bit better. I don't know what's going on there. All right, we've got. We are live, so I am. Let's see. YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Why not? Stop streaming. It's the fun stuff here. If we fix it, then we'll get going. All right, so let's see if we can modify this a little bit here. Hopefully get going again. Let me know in the chat if it gets any better. It is still a bit rough here. Stream settings. Stream normal latency. I do not know. I do not know why it's struggling here. YouTube's not receiving such as. It's better now? Hopefully it's coming through. Let me know, John, if it's still struggling. If it's not. So that's been. It's always fun when that kind of stuff happens. It's still giving me some problems here. It says it's poor. Stream poor. Let's set this to the stream settings. I'm getting green light now. It's coming through better. Okay, I think we solved it. I think I was connected to the wrong network or something. Well, that was fun. Thanks for. I appreciate you letting me know, John. Always a good help to have in the chat, letting me know when things are going wrong. Because I don't know what is it, but it seems to be when maybe it's the wines. I always leave it to the last minute getting the streams up together. But you'd think I'd be better about it by now. I can see it's humming away nicely. I'm gonna go through what I did again. We can do the whole intro again. Do the wipe, the waiting screen and everything. But I just want to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters who've been supporting the channel. And we're going to have some fun here. Going to be painting, finally getting some paint. If you remember, this guy was on the last live stream like months ago, where it was all red and in pieces, and I was filling and filing away. I've kind of put that behind me now, and I'm going to try and get some painting on this guy. Now, the intention here is to try and get some. You see, I've got all these pieces ready to go. I'll probably start with the big section here first. Start with the big one. All nice to go, nice and ready. It's all big. Oh, and we're going to try and get some paint on this guy. Now, for the paint I'm going to use, I've really been enjoying using some of this Pro Acryl paint here, this primer. It's got a really nice kind of matte finish to it, so I've really been enjoying how it kind of comes up, and I've been tinting it with some like acrylic inks and that kind of thing. So White might be a bit too white. It is kind of a medium gray that I've kind of primed it here. I've been looking at some reference images and it all just seems very, very gray with some weathering effects and stuff. So I'm going to get the airbrush out, get humming away here, have a sip of wine, relax, Seb. It's all working now. John's put you on the right track. And, well, we're going to get some paint on this guy. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here if that's going to work for me. It's a temperamental stream tonight. I think so. There's goblins, something I've been trying to do a bit more. Oh, the camera's got a mind of its own. Stop. Wow, temperamental stream tonight. If you joined tonight, I'm gonna. Oh my god, this is fantastic. You wanted to see what my ceiling looks like. This is how it is. Stop doing that. I'm gonna reset it. There we go. That's better. All right. Wow. Sorry guys. This is the man of someone who's face of someone who's panicking with that kind of stuff. All right. Let's try and get some paint on this guy. All right, I think maybe that'll kind of chill me out a bit. Oh, it's a weekend sim. It's Sunday night here in Australia. Got work tomorrow, and we've got work tomorrow. But I've had a fun weekend doing some board games last night with a couple of pals. It's been a lot of fun to just kind of chill out. And we originally were going to do some kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, that kind of thing, but it didn't quite pan out. But now we've managed to play a couple of. We did play a Dungeons and Dragons board game, which was I think it was Betrayal at Baldur's Gate, and that was a lot of fun. Just looking for a little cup. That's actually got paint in it. All right, I'm gonna have to just do it in the top here. All right, let's see what we got here. Feels a bit weird doing a stream without headphones here. I don't know what you guys are hearing. Yes, so we were doing Betrayal at Baldur's Gate. So it was a board game of D&D where it was very much had all the like magic items, all the it even had some like good like city tiles and that kind of thing. So it was pretty enjoyable to have kind of a low key kind of almost Dungeons and Dragons-esque kind of experience, and I really enjoyed it, kind of kicking back. So it's good. It was a good backup because of D&D kind of fell through for that weekend. You know how it is. Okay, I think I made that way too dark. I think. Whoa. Too dark? Good consistency though. Brighten this up a bit, see if I can. We are going to need a lot of this, so if I end up filling up the whole cup, I think it'll be worth it. That kind of looks same there. Definitely made it too dark. I have been seeing some like really interesting like 3D prints on the Discord lately from some of the folks. It's been making me think a lot about 3D printing. And I was talking to a mate as well. So there was an slight opportunity to have a guest on the stream. I'm going to try something out in the future. I've been playing around a little bit with some layouts and stuff. So possibly you might see another image here. We can do a little taste of how that would look. So this might be someone else possibly on the stream in the future. At the moment, I'm just still kind of like working out the technical issues there. Look, I can even barely do a stream of just myself. So it was a good thing maybe that fell through for tonight, so it would make it a little less stressful. But yeah, what was I talking about? I was talking about 3D printing. I've been really enjoying just like FDM printing lately. Just the kind of super fast, kind of like prototyping about things, the low mess on things, and honestly, like the quality that things can kind of get to these days is pretty impressive, especially for FDM printers. I remember them being quite not great, so it's interesting to see how far they've come with this kind of stuff. So yeah, so this guy was one of my first ones to print, but I've definitely printed like large scale miniatures with that kind of stuff. It looks like a lot of folks in the Discord have been talking about showing off their terrain and stuff, and I'm like, I'm a little jealous of these like large, beautiful buildings that you can print on this kind of thing. Does that mean the end of like crafting that kind of stuff? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's kind of like whatever. Like for me, I can see it as a big time saver, especially because you work full time and everything. It's nice to come in and have something that's kind of put together and put ready to go. Just got to throw some paint on it and stuff. But there is something rewarding about doing all the individual bricks, and there's an aesthetic to it that feels a little bit different. I'm not sure if that's light enough, but we'll give it a shot. I'm a little scared to just go straight white onto this thing. Let's start on the underside here. So I'm just gonna start blending this in. Yeah. That's pretty. That's not bad. That's a little bit. Oh, actually, it looks a bit more dramatic for you guys. So it's still in pieces, and I'm intending to assemble it when it's done, or when I'll probably do all like the weathering effects and that kind of thing after it's kind of assembled. Yeah, I'm super excited to try and start getting it put together. So you can see there's still a few mistakes in this thing, but it doesn't. It's gotten to a point where it's like otherwise I'm just going to keep cleaning it and stuff. So I've just got to do it, I'm hoping I'm using like the airbrush, gonna help with that kind of like stuff. That tone is actually not too bad. Going pretty light on the airbrush here. That's not too shabby. So I think I'm pretty much going for a pretty subtle effect here. Probably a lot of it's going to come through like the weathering. But the thing I like about this paint is it's got a very nice matte kind of feel to it. I don't know if you can tell from there. So there is a little bit of sheen on the primed surface there. And there, see, you can see you can barely see any sheen where that paint has come through. Yeah. So it's a pretty subtle effect what I'm going for. So there's going to be some weathering and maybe a little bit of dry brushing on some of the edges and stuff. So pretty simple. But yeah, I was talking a little bit about 3D printing, and I think I'm really enjoying FDM printing just because I don't know, I must be like cursed with resin printing or something, or I don't know how people do it. Like the printer I've got is not bad and everything. It's just I don't think it takes into a lot account of a lot of different factors of like temperature and stuff and resin consistency, and it's a bit harder of a mix. Like it sounds like there's some stuff on the horizon where they're trying to make that a little bit more accessible. Will I add some smoke and explosions to the AT-AT when it gets shot down? Oh, I gotta have some smoke. Well, my intention, my plan was to have a large kind of 3x3 hoth board, and inside each of the tiles, I was going to have a little bit of a pipe system underneath it. So it was going to have some areas where you could have smoke kind of coming out, just having that kind of cold kind of vibe to the hoth board. At least that was the intention. But for like explosions and stuff, I'm probably going to try and I don't know. That's a good question. I'll have to think about that. Just like real explosions, like flash powder. But definitely want to have some like environmental effects for them. And because of the size of this thing, would you call it terrain or would you call it miniature? I don't know. Honestly, it's a bit could be either. Really. Has been a long time since I've played Legion, so probably by the next time I do play Legion, I'll have a nice big board to play on, which will be fun. Yeah, just trying to like blend it a bit, I guess. So we've got like these big panels and stuff that I'm kind of working on. Let's just turn off Seb's face for a second here. Yeah, you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Almost trying to create some weathering, almost like shading, I guess. That's what the airbrush is really good for. A good way to get some control practice. Hmm. It's coming along. It's a big boy, so there's lots to paint. There's lots of little bits. I'm looking forward to getting to the face of it. Terrainature. I like it. It's like a blend between the both. It's weird. It comes a lot stronger up on the camera than it does here. yeah, it's a bit more contrasted on there. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure if any of you folks have played Star Wars Legion, but it's a lot of fun. It's a very kind of elegant system that they use for, like, it's probably one of the best systems I've played for wargaming. And because it's all 28mm scale, I could use all this kind of stuff if I was going to run a Star Wars style RPG. And that does sound like a lot of fun, like just a roleplay version. I know there's some really good like systems. Oh, the thing with this thing, it takes a long time. Has that D&D movie come out yet? I was kind of on the fence of seeing it or not, just given the whole debacle about the OGL and stuff. I was kind of curious. I know a lot of people are like banning it and stuff, so I know it's not really the target audience for that movie. I'd be curious, see how it turns out. Or is a lot of that like trust and love kind of in the air now because of all the whole OGL thing? Oh, there we go. Don't be shy, Seb. Just blast it. There's something about working with an airbrush. It's got a particular look to it. It's kind of got like a blended, kind of shaded look. I think that kind of works pretty well for like Empire stuff. March or April. Not Valentine's Day. I'm a terrible husband. I don't have any plans yet for Valentine's Day. Kind of. Maybe a dinner. Light dinner. Something. It all depends on if we can get the kids some babysitting or something. You think you're gonna check it out, John? See it in cinemas. I don't play D&D, so I have no dog in that race. I still play kind of 5e here and there, but I have been kind of a little bit less, less inclined with the system because I've been trying some really nice like Swedish rule sets and stuff. I'm actually impressed at how much coverage I'm getting with just that little pot of, probably going a little harsh there. Uh-oh. There we go. Saved it. Let's see. What do we got? We've got half of this guy painted, and that's starting to look pretty all right. It's almost half doing a A little bit of a weathering effect straight away. Yeah, We'll have this guy painted tonight. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if that movie's for me. I am kind of curious just to see kind of. I think it will probably be a lot of that kind of like fun of like, oh, I know what that guy is, that monster and stuff. So probably to try and hook more of a younger audience. So probably my son might be into it. I just hope there is some kind of story in it, not just characters gelling. Oh, I see. Yeah, not just oh, remember that thing? Remember, hey guys, this thing in D&D. This is in the movie. Remember that? Yeah, I hear. Yeah, it'd be good if it's an actual good story. I wonder if they're going to go the route where it's that thing where, yeah, you know what? Like, say what you will. I reckon those Jumanji movies were actually pretty good, right? And those kind of had almost the vibe of what a D&D movie could be, I reckon. If you haven't seen them, they're these Dwayne The Rock Johnson vehicles where he basically is in a jungle board game of Jumanji and they're sucked in there and they have their all stuff. And so that's probably not a bad, close adaptation of that kind of thing either. Kids love those ones. All right, what we got here? We've got half of this guy painted. I'd love to get the head done tonight too. Have you seen The Gamers and its sequels, Darkness Rising and Hands of Fate? I have not, actually. The Gamers. I'll have to check that out. Darkness of Fate. Darkness Rising, Hands of Fate. Okay, two movies? Darkness Rising and Hands of Fate. Or was that one title? I don't know if it's like... I'll probably work it out. All right, let's see. How we going here? Movies about a group playing D&D, so they show both in the game and out of game. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'd be curious to see that. Now, John, I know you print a lot of terrain. Do you paint it all by hand, or do you airbrush as well? Paint by hand, no airbrush. Is that a cost thing, or just? I know for a lot of folks it can be a bit nerving as well. Or if you just like painting by hand better. Am I trying to indoctrinate people into airbrushing? It is a whole kind of thing as well. You got to get an air pump. There's filtration and stuff. So yeah, I can kind of get it. You know. not for everyone. It does get that nice blending effect though, especially on big science fiction kind of style terrain like this. Mm. Do a great job though. I've seen your stuff. It's very impressive. Okay. I get one in the future, but I have friends that have airbrushes, so I can borrow them and paint with them. Ah, yeah, get a little taste. Definitely helps to, yeah. If your friends have one, they probably have like a better one because I've definitely had it where I've had it used a bad airbrush, and it was a lot of struggling to get something good, something decent. All right, I actually think this guy's kind of done here, except for the back. Completely forgot the back. Oh, I am really looking forward to having this guy just all pop together. I think. Yep. All right, I'm gonna paint the ass. All right, one. It's a big one. It's a big one to do. One of these guys, first pass of this kind of weathering kind of thing, looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm just going to try and get the head going next, I reckon. So this guy's going to kind of go on the front here. And we've got a couple of cheek cannons for him too. I think it's the it's wine time really. It's I'm gonna keep it going. Let's see if we can get some more paint on this guy. I've still got a whole bunch of stormtroopers that I need to paint as well. Then I'll have to work out where to put this guy. He's been kind of mostly sitting in a box for all this time. It's funny, now I'm starting to paint it. I can just see all the printing defects in it. I kind of, I'm just done cleaning this guy and stuff, so I just want to get him painted. Honestly, with all the lighting and fog effects I'm going to have, as long as it generally looks correct. think I lost all my music, didn't I? There we go, that's a bit better. We're back. It's just a quiet time in the garage. Dad is with his airbrush and wine. Just hanging around in here. Oh. So much to do these days. And we're going to have I've been fiddling around with the live stream setup a lot. And the particular for live play type stuff. So with multiple cameras and using a lot of the Atmoseeker kind of lighting control as well. Been working on that in the background to have a whole kind of like controllable system so that it's a bit easier on me whilst running the game or being in a stream to kind of get some games. So we're I'm aiming to kind of have possibly some new live plays this year. It's been those live plays were a great way to kind of collaborate with other channels. There will be a charity live stream coming up as well, where yours truly will be a player on that live stream. I won't announce any more details yet, but basically I'm going to be a player and running a lot of the kind of tech and atmosphere for that one. So it will have all the sound effects and lighting and that kind of thing, and some terrain and stuff. So it should be a lot of fun. We've kind of decided on using the EZD6 system. So I'll have to give that a learn. I haven't played anything with that yet, so I gotta give that a read, give that a try. Has anyone tried it in the chat? Really tried it much myself, but it like I've kind of flipped through the pages and it looks like a nice light kind of system that's kind of role play rewarding, I think. So that'll be good. Good fun. I have been looking for rules light systems, and I was starting to write my own, and then I started reading the EZD6 thing and started hearing things about it. I was like, maybe I'll just use this one because it's pretty good. You know what? Because I'm overspraying here. I might be overspraying onto this guy. So let's move that guy to the side. Oversprayed my wine. We can do that, but not in the already painted model. Yeah, I still got to think of a character for that live stream. I don't know exactly much of the setting yet, but if you guys have any recommendations or what you'd like to see me play in that live stream, yeah, let me know. Always have a lot of fun doing goofy voices and that kind of thing, so hopefully I don't embarrass myself too much. Am I kidding? Of course I will. It's all in good fun. I have not played for a long time, so I think the closest I got to playing was last night in what was it? Betrayal in Baldur's Gate. So it's like a board game kind of version. One of the players was one of the traitors and was telling us what to do and stuff. Like, oh, this is what it feels like. Is anyone else in the chat a forever DM? Mostly a Forever DM as well, John. Now I am a player in Simroom campaign too. Oh, that must be a lot of fun. That sounds like a fun setting. Kind of read some of the lore about that that setting, so it's yeah, it sounds really cool. Of Davokar. I think I did a inspired live play a while back with some of the folks from Charisma on Command, and that was a lot of fun. All right, I think we got a head going on here. Okay, let's see if we can piece this guy together. Actually, cheek cannons here too. Okay, go. Yeah, that'll glue on nice. I found 3D printing really good for science fiction terrain. I think fantasy style stuff I can get away with a lot more of, you know, mistakes and stuff. But yeah, sci-fi stuff, I've been finding it really good. So a lot of people who can scratch build this kind of stuff, and hats off to you. Make these kind of look the same now. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Too different. Actually, I'm tempted to glue that on. Because how different is it going to get? Be a good boy. I'll put it all aside and glue it at the end. Yeah, that guy's looking pretty good. And this one was printed in a red filament, so hopefully that's going to pick up some of that red light in there pretty well too. You can see inside the melted mess in there. Any guesses at how I dealt with the infill that was in there? It was probably about 15% infill in there. Any thoughts? You can see kind of, oh man, it looks like a gory kind of like meat interior on this thing. Oh man, that's kind of gross. Ugh. But I cut a hole here for the window, and then I drilled a hole in the back with the circular thing. You can see where I kind of screwed up a little bit there. And then I tried to take out as much of the infill as I could. What did I do? I blasted a heat gun in there to melt some of the infill that was in there. Yeah, I'm gonna pull out some feet. Yeah, I'm gonna get some feet going on this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this guy's huge. I'm gonna put this guy on the fence, on the shelf. Ugh. All right. Okay. Yeah, this guy's looking great. I'm pretty impressed with this model. I like this. There's some rough things to it, but I think table-wise, it's gonna look pretty impressive. And I think the idea was to have it so that it could be like a spawn point for Empire, so they would have that as their kind of like, you know, I've only started playing Legion for a little bit, but I'm all in. I'm all in on that system. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. Now I didn't bother filling the seams here. A little bit lazy on it. I'm hoping. Look, well, here was my thoughts. Okay. It was laziness, but it's all a mechanical thing. So I'm seeing it more of like a manufacturing seam that it kind of pieces together. And look, there already is a line there, so it's pretty lined up there. Let's see, let's see how that pays you off for you, Seb. Trying to justify all that. I am so glad I didn't put white into the airbrush. It was very tempting, given how grey things are. All right. That. Still got plenty of time to keep painting with this thing. And that's what I'm going to do. Man, it's been so long, there is dust starting to creep up on the thing. That's embarrassing. Alright, so it looks like band, so across, in the center there. Do I do the bottom? I don't know. If I'm going to have the feet kind of like tilting up a bit as it's walking. The only thing I am a little bummed from printing this thing is that it's not as snug on the whole kind of leg setup. There are some bits that fit really nicely. Let's see how this fits. I got this guy that goes into there. Right, that's nice and snug. So I can position that. I think it's mostly up at the top. Yeah. Let's see. This guy. So this guy goes here. This guy goes there. And then. Oh, it's actually. Maybe after doing the primer, it's actually got a little bit of snugness to it. think where it fell down a bit is here. Yeah, kind of where it's like ties into the hips, if you will. Starting to see one of the legs come together though. It's pretty exciting. Strands. And then this guy is like this, kind of holds it there. Yeah, see that bit's kind of loose ish, so it would have been cool to have that guy a bit more. But if that whole leg is pretty good, it could be all right. I could leave it kind of posable. Yeah, if I just have to kind of glue the hips, I guess. That's not too bad. All right, maybe that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay, still pretty exciting. Oh, I am really looking forward to having this guy painted. Right, underneath. I don't even know if you can see that. One leg. What? I was looking at some 10 millimeter smaller scale type stuff. There was a little bit of chat in the Discord about using 10 millimeter stuff for D&D. It sounded like it could go either way. Like, it sounded like it could be problematic, especially for like moving things around and that kind of thing. But it also sounds like you got to use the stuff that's kind of like designed for 10 millimeter. So it looks like it's really good for like large scale battles and stuff. And I'm not sure how I would use it, but I definitely could see a use if you had like a large scale kind of battle going on and you wanted to keep track of that. And I suppose you could just use your imagination, but there's something cool about just having that kind of setting there. And another thought was just to have kind of like a almost like a map of just like a town. And you have all the like little buildings and stuff. And I think if I remember, there was a bit when I was playing Curse of Strahd once, and we had to try and find this, I think it was this hag, this pie lady, and she was going all around the town, and we had a map of Barovia, I think so, the little town next to the castle, and we were keeping track of where we were going through all the streets and stuff, and I reckon like a small town like that, made with like tiny little buildings and stuff, that might look pretty cool in a smaller scale. Yeah, maybe I'm going more on the air of like that really just looks cool, but I don't know how functional that is. especially when you can achieve the kind of same thing with just a printed map. I suppose that's with everything. You can kind of achieve a lot of the similar things. Like you don't even need any of this. You could just put a box on the table. That's my AT Walker right there. But we like the little models and stuff. That's why we do it, right? That's why we have it. Such a subtle effect. I have to switch to the camera to kind of see what I'm doing. I'm gonna have to go in with the white eventually, I reckon. Two. such a bit of a slog getting through some of the pieces here. Oh hey, we got some new folks jumping in the chat. Welcome. Just a little wine and AT Walker action. Getting the airbrush out and trying to paint me some miniatures here. Cheers. Hope you're going well on this Sunday evening here in Australia. We've done some of the bigger pieces. We've got, let's see, I'm just gonna turn off my face there real quick. So we've got this guy all kind of airbrushed up. He's got a little bit of, just a little bit of blending kind of going on. We got this one, just doing some of the feet. And we've got a nice little lighting effect that we're going to be popping in there. Probably could pop it in, show you how it's coming together. So the lighting effect is quite simple on this one. John's seen this one already. I'm gonna just turn that guy on. This guy is, because I don't like to play around with like wiring stuff too much because I'm lazy. This is a just like LED tea light. I'm gonna just set that to red because we're gonna have a nice little red light inside this guy. I'm gonna just post attack that onto the end. There we go. A nice little glowy guy, ready to go. He wants his legs. That guy. I like to make dioramas, but I'm afraid my players always want to have one for every time in the game. Well, I guess it'd be great to have stuff that's kind of semi-modular that you can kind of make use and kind of rearrange into different things for different situations. That's kind of how I've gone with stuff. Like use a lot of scatter terrain, a lot of kind of bits and pieces that kind of slot together. But yeah, mostly it sounds like that's a good way to kind of have the dioramas. But yeah, I know there's something nice about it being kind of all kind of put together into a nice cohesive little diorama kind of thing. So, but most of my kind of how I keep stuff modular is mostly just for storage, just because I don't have a huge amount of space. I like to kind of get the most bang for buck on the things that I find, things that I make. So I'll often sometimes even repaint things slightly. Like I've got a whole big rock set over there that I had like big kind of cliff faces, and they were done for like generic kind of caves, and now they're kind of done for like just. I repainted them for a ice kind of snow kind of location and stuff. So yeah, no, that's it's a tough because you want to have that kind of like high quality kind of like primo experience. It's so fun just seeing the like little models and stuff. But it is a balancing act of what's kind of like fun to do, and you don't want to kill yourself making all the too much stuff. But I mean, lucky players really have that kind of stuff. I know I would feel pretty lucky. Have a DM like that. So I guess if I was gonna do like the miniature kind of like town of Barovia and stuff, I would just... I guess I'd just do like the little buildings separately. Maybe kind of post-attack them down or something. I don't know. It'd be nice to have like the terrain and stuff around. The streets and everything. I don't know. I haven't tackled that one yet, so it's a tough call. Tough call. Ooh. There you go. Almost got your feet ready. This is going to be... I just want to start piecing it together now. What do you reckon? Do you think it's better to keep things separated? So I can just, properly like edge highlight stuff, paint stuff? Or do you just go like, screw it, I want to put it I want to put it together. I'm just contemplating how to assemble this guy. I mean, it's got to be smarter to just keep it separate, right? Yeah, that's probably the smart thing. I just want to see them all together. He's been, I don't even know when was the last time I painted or printed. When did I print this guy? It's got to at least be 6 months ago. Yeah, gotta go a bit stronger here. There we go. Yeah, modulars are right, but sometimes I need a specific thing for a specific moment. Run Sunless Citadel soon, and I'm making a lot of stuff. It's for you. Wait. recognize them. What do you mean it's for me? What do you mean it's for me? Some of the Citadel sounds good though. I've not played that one. What time we got? 20 past? That's loads of time. We've got feet to paint for days. Let's see. Have we painted all 4? Okay, 1. Is this one painted? I can barely tell. I've been doing a lot of house painting lately, so I've been looking at white on white and more white, so get a little bit snowblind in painting, house painting. Thankfully that's all done and dusted behind me now. Don't have to look at another to paint for a long time. For to know your channel, I always thought to use just tiles on the table. Right now, I bought the perfume things, light, smoke, modular tiles. Wow, that sounds like an amazing setup. Yeah, I feel like there's so much more to the game, especially for like immersion and atmosphere, especially when you can kind of add those kind of extra effects to make just, you know, a little bit more, you know, a little special, a little, because for me, like, I don't play D&D that often, especially it's definitely like with the group I have, it's probably on a good kind of cycle, it's probably every month, maybe it can go longer just because of, you know, how life is. But you know, it turns into a big event and stuff. Like, sure, it can be a bit harder when it's like a bit more frequent and stuff to kind of come up with that kind of stuff. But, you know, especially if you have more of a library of stuff when you kind of come together. What the hell is this camera doing? What? It's tracking me now. That's good. I'll go with that. Yeah. So when you start building up like a whole library of like lighting effects and sounds and stuff, then it starts to come into its own. You don't have to stress too much. I do love it though, like having like all that kind of lighting and effects and stuff. Makes it very kind of special. More of a thing. All right, I think I'm done with these feet. They certainly seem done. They'll need some good dry brushing and weathering, I reckon. All right, what's next? What's next on the cards for old Seb here? Now we've got like weird face tracking going on. Kind of walk around and do stuff. How far away can we go? You guys see the whole? Oh, you can probably see the whole mess of the garage over there. So I'm not going to show you that. Let's take a little break here. Thanks to everyone who's been joining the live stream here, though. Having a whale of a time painting all the bits and parts of this bloody AT Walker that's been kind of cursed on me for as long as I can kind of remember. So, wow, that's full on. I'm going to turn that off. Stop. Still doing it? Still doing it. Yeah, so yes, we're going to have that together. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to put some Star Wars boards together soon. So it'll be a lot of fun to be able to play some Legion stuff on there. I'm still thinking about how to do the snow effects. I want to do like a Hoth board for a 3x3 board. So I have to kind of work out what I'm going to use. So I mean, I've used a lot of the Geek Gaming Scenics stuff, but I haven't done many in terms of like snow effects, except for the ice caverns that I did ages back. That was a while back, and I think I just basically used like plaster powder from like Mod Podge and stuff. It held up pretty well, especially with all like the fog effects and stuff that I do. The snow has kind of held up. I wonder if it's got like a layer of dust on it too. All right, we've got these bits and bobs for the hips. I'm thinking, yeah. I just realized I don't have any smoke coming out of my brain. Oh, it's bubbling away, but nothing's been coming out. I'm gonna fix this little brain over here. There we go. Streaming setup. That's a as I try to reset my camera now because it's followed me to oblivion. There we go. Turn tracking off. Reset. There we go. Yeah, that's interesting. That's come up a few times. I've been experimenting with a lot of stuff for the whole live stream setup. And I want to do more to have some more kind of like people engagement with this kind of stuff. So, yeah, that's an interesting topic. Like, if you're creating that kind of stuff and you're interested in that kind of stuff, feel free to direct message me on things, and if you want to talk about any other kind of ideas. But it is an interesting idea to kind of tackle in a video, that kind of thing. Now, you can see on the top of this guy is a bit rough, because I did use supports on this one. You probably have to like sand and fill it a lot more, but I haven't tried it because let's see it a little bit. That is a bit rough up there, but it's going to sit right underneath this guy's booty. You said, yeah, so you're not going to see any of that, so I'm going to leave it. So probably don't even paint that set. Just get a little bit of blends on the sides here. There we go. Pretty good. I'll probably have to darken this one a bit because it's going to be underneath it. We'll just rely on lighting. Does that guy look into something? I feel like he does. It's not that one. It's another one. This guy, does this guy click into something? This does not click into something. So this one. Now I haven't the foggiest clue what clicks into what. The rest is all legs down there. So it's just got to be part of the design now. This little beveled edge. I just kind of thought it looked like it clicked into something. There. Painted. Don't go too much there. You won't even see it. All right, underneath. Put a little bit here. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I feel like some of these pieces will be simpler than others. Whoa. Hang on. Did you hear that? I heard something. I heard something like scuttling around. What's in this? Something big. I think it was like on the roof. Got a tin roof in here, so whatever is walking around up there is going to sound 10 times larger. So if I suddenly the stream just suddenly cuts out, probably some kind of large Australian monster has devoured some kind of cable. So far so good though. A little bit nervous. Someone doing DIY in your house. Yeah, not at this hour though. It's it's a bit late for that. It sounds like heavy possums. Sometimes they like to fight on the roof. Oh man, I feel like I'm painting a lot of stuff that you won't even see. Oh, stop touching it with your fingers, Seb. Okay, I got getting like fingerprints on it. Ugh. You live in a large horse box when birds play on the roof. It's so loud. Oh, those jerks. Don't they know what's going on? I often film at night, so I'll have those huge possums like scatter across the rooftop, just that kind of sounds, and I feel like they taste a lot of blood up there. But it's when I'm mid filming an episode or something. I should keep it in one time, I reckon. don't pet that. That is going to be covered. There we go. Yeah, see, bits like this, super fast to paint. Right. Hello again from Japan. Oh, hello. How is it going? What's your take on all the recent Hasbro D&D drama? Will you look at other systems or stick with good old D&D? Oh boy. Yeah, there was a lot of drama happening around that. It was fun to watch, and a lot of folks got pretty riled up about it. And understandably so. Like, there was a lot of people that were affected by it in a very negative way. So I'm glad that things have kind of panned out in a good way for folks. It has kind of like dissolved a little bit of trust here and there. So personally, I've been kind of moving a little bit away from D&D anyway. I still play it. I still run games in 5e. And I still kind of I personally, I didn't feel too affected by it, just because I didn't really have a horse in the race. But yeah, I can understand it kind of affected a lot of other kind of creators, especially like third-party publishers and stuff. It sounded pretty crap. So I'm happy it kind of worked out how it did. But yeah, I've been kind of moving away from D&D in general anyway. And when I say moving away from it, it's still kind of playing fantasy games with wizards and whatever, and swords and stuff, swords and sorcery, that kind of things, but just, you know, different kind of systems. I think it's also because I don't have a lot of patience for like large rule systems these days. I've been trying a lot of kind of like lighter kind of rules things, and I've been kind of very interested in a lot of the kind of, I'm just pulling out all the different parts here for all the legs. So I've been trying a few like OSR type stuff, like old school revival kind of stuff, where it's a bit more kind of like early D&D, where it was a bit more deadlier and that kind of thing. So that's been a lot of fun to kind of try different systems and stuff. So I was trying a lot of that kind of stuff before all this debacle as well. So my stance is I didn't like it, and it kind of affected some folk negatively, so I understand it. It's good that they backpedaled quite a bit on some things. The trust there is interesting. We'll see how it kind of like pans out. But I'll still play D&D, just because I have some campaigns going. Like I'm you know, I'm not gonna abandon that kind of stuff, but it has kind of let me experiment with some more kind of rule sets and stuff as well. So I'm always trying to try different things, different rule sets, different styles of playing. What prompted the move to OSR? I don't know. I think I kind of just liked the vibe. Like, I'm a big fan of like the Conan the Barbarian, that kind of stuff with like you know, even like a Gauntlet and Red Sonja and stuff, like all that kind of like old school kind of feel to it. So I was listening to a lot of kind of like that 70s era D&D fantasy style music, and I was quite like just like enjoying that kind of vibe. So a little bit more kind of deadlier, a little bit more kind of old school kind of fantasy kind of feel to it. And is that fine? A vintage of VB you're drinking? I do not drink VB. VB is bloody disgusting. Or it's a secret of Australians here. Not many people like. There are some people that like drinking VB. Foster's is shit, but yeah, VB I haven't quite liked it myself. I like more of the craft beers and stuff. But that wine's done. I'm probably going to crack open the whiskey. You know, something nice, something I got for Christmas. Share with you folks. Oh, we got lots of parts to paint, but we're getting through it. This is a lot more than I usually do in a live stream. We'll usually have, usually if I'm painting just like a monster or something, I was like, oh, I've painted a leg or something. So we've gotten through quite a whole bunch of these parts and stuff. I think we're getting, especially we're getting through some of like the more singular parts here. Yeah, VB's gross. I don't like VB. I will crack open a little bit of the whiskey actually. Let's see what I've got here. This was a Christmas present here. We've got a 16-year-old. There's a Glenlivet here. We're gonna try this one. Have a little taste. Don't crack this one open too often, so cheers. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. It's the Seb drinking whiskey channel now. It's a nice drink, and I enjoy it, and I enjoy drinking it with you guys here. As I airbrush some of these bits and parts, man, I cannot help but wanting to spray all of these in there. I grew up in rural England before the internet, and we thought VB was a sophisticated import. Oh, mate, I hate to break it to you, but it's like one of our cheapest beers here. It's usually the one when you want to just get lots of beer and for super cheap. It's nasty. I hate it. I really, it's just watered down for me. I like the stouts and pale ales and stuff. All those kind of like hoity-toity ones. A bit of a, not VB for me. I don't think so. But yeah, look, I'm not judging. If you like it, more power to you. Let's get rid of it from here. Lots of people like it here, all right? It's got to be popular for a reason. It's just not my kind of thing. Actually, I don't think I'll need to paint these guys much. I don't think. Yeah, because these guys are going to be mostly hidden. Don't even paint that, Seb. That's going to be hidden. This whole thing's going to be hidden, right? Maybe the other side, actually. That's it. That's all that needs, I reckon. God, if this paint runs out, I'll have to try and get the same kind of consistency on it. Yeah. Good luck, Seb. Good luck, future Seb. Yeah, hopefully I've got plenty in this cup. Get me through to the end. Oh. We'll see. Make it to the end of the stream on this. We'll see. How big is this model going to be? That's a great question. Lots of different parts, lots of bits and bobs. You know what? Let's get a little stormtrooper out. See if we can get this guy. Is this thing gonna work for me? Because it was no. It's full on. I'm trying to get this control. It is full on temperamental on me. Oh my god. There we go. All right, I was gonna just get a stormtrooper here, just to show how. So it is to scale, 28 millimeter scale. So this is all like the legs, right? And we've got the big guy here. So that's like the body of it. This is the same one from the Christmas tree. That's right. This is a shame I'm trying to dissolve myself of it. So body, head, and we're gonna have legs here. If I can move this camera up a bit. So it's probably gonna be that high-ish, I guess, off the ground. Oh, if I can move this camera up a bit, that would be good. That'd be good, Seb. Keep going. There we go. Yeah, so there-ish. So that's a big boy. I'll have to work out a place to put this guy. Yeah, that's basically that. Christ, definitely not moving. Definitely not move into. Whoa, hang on. This is the same one from the Christmas show. Yes, definitely move into using an airbrush with such a thing, for sure. Especially for these large kind of like science fiction style panels and stuff. Getting those nice blends. That's too much. There we go. Yeah, that's kind of. I found the airbrush really good for that. Those kind of like tonal kind of things. Like you can see on some of the panel work. Yeah, on the sides and stuff, you get that kind of. I don't know. It's almost like a blending kind of ambient occlusion kind of feeling to it. Kind of working out. You can hang there on your AT there, Mr. Stormtrooper, sir. All right, we've got 1, 2. Keep paying some of these guys. We actually might get through this. We're gonna make it before midnight. It'll make Seb's day, for sure. I mean, we're whiskey fueled now, so it should up the productivity here. Go. Yes. Faster. Better. What do you reckon the next stage is going to be? Because we're just doing some like gradients and stuff, I guess, with all these parts. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking I really want to just get in there and just start edge highlighting things. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to grab a brush. Start edge highlighting on especially some of the bigger pieces. Be a nice break from using the airbrush as well. But I am impressed. Like, I've been painting this whole thing with just 1 cup of paint. So I must be just been going super light on things. Or light enough. Yeah, so we were already through all of those parts. Yeah, I'm curious to just like take a peek and see how much I got left. You see, there's like an 1/8 of a pot left. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I can make it to the end. These are the bigger parts though. There's smaller stuff left. We'll see how that goes. All right, so you're definitely going to see that, and then the other side, you probably won't see as much because there's barely any detail on that, but you still see the other side. Whatever. Maybe I'll give it a little bit of paint here. I don't have to paint inside the rings, just because that's gonna connect up. Ever think of getting a CO2 bottle for quiet late night airbrushing? It works wonders. I'm guessing you can hear my pump going off. I'm guessing that would be pretty good for oh man, that does sound pretty good. I've always had like loud pumps going. It's not a luxury thing though. Just have a bottle of CO2 ready to go. Although, says the guy just sitting in his garage sipping whiskey and airbrushing stuff. Alright. One down. You know what? I'm gonna just batch paint it. Yeah, panel. 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 That guy. There we go. That guy. Many late night illustrations were done without waking the family. Oh, well, that's really good. I mean, if you don't have a space yet away, yes, totally. If I had this in the house, no way I would be able to get that going late at night. And Seb's time it is late at night, so 100% agree with you. That sounds like the way to go. Okay, there we go. Where are we up to? This one. I haven't done that a little bit. Okay, there. Because I'm worried that I'm gonna run out of this paint before if I've only done one. So at least if I run out when I've done all four, then I can try and mix up something close. There. Let's just do the sides. Look at those nice blends. I guess the next project for the whole Legion thing is to get these bloody LED lightsabers going. I had something going for Darth Vader once for a short period of time because it broke, but I've got a second chance. I've got things lined up. I've got all the LEDs and batteries and stuff ready to go. And I've got some good tutorials that got forwarded to me from people in the Discord. Thanks very much, folks. Put a poor old Seb in the right direction so I can get some nice glowy lightsabers happening on my Legion board. Because I definitely want that, especially because I'm going to have little pockets of fog happening. It's going to pick up so nicely. I'm going to have this big boy all kind of nice on a big Hoth board or any other types of Legion boards. Yeah, my nice little glowy lightsabers. You'll see. I'll show you. You'll see it there. PZ! Welcome, buddy. Good to see you in the chat. What are we making? We are... Well, this was from a pile of shame. The Christmas shame. This was my my AT-AT Walker that we're kind of putting together. It is finally got some primer on it. We've got some paint going. This is coming together. See, we got the little stormtrooper on top there. It is finally coming together. I am trying to get this guy done. What STL file is this? That is a fantastic question. I found this off Thingiverse. So if I find it, I'll pop a link in the comments after this goes live. So if you want to print it yourself, totally can. It was sliced up into enough pieces that it didn't make it too unmanageable. I did have to reorientate some of the stuff, but other than that, the detail on it is fairly decent. I've been enjoying putting it together. Let's see, that one's painted. Now I've lost track. Got distracted by PZ being here. Are AT-ATs big enough to call them terrain? I definitely would. It is obscenely massive. I think it's going to be a great talking piece. People come in here into the dungeon, and they'll see that guy. They'll be like, "Seb, what's that about?" I'll be like, "Oh, I 3D printed that one," and then that'll be the conversation. The conversation will be in there. But no, I'm hoping to have this Hoth board sometime this year ready to go. I'm gonna have all kinds of Legion boards because now I'm kind of on that bite of just having all kind of different locations, like like some Tatooine sand dunes, kind of a little Sarlacc pit. I'd love to have a little Sarlacc pit, just like little moving and stuff. That'd be cool to have if I could. I'm gonna get carried away with all these little kind of like almost battle dioramas that I'm going to be making. I've got the game body release of AT-AT and the Star Destroyer. Beautiful kits. I haven't gotten it. I do have the Blizzard Force set. Star Wars Legion. It's got a little chicken walker in there. But I'm guessing the kit would be far better detailed as well. I feel like there's detail enough on this thing, which will. I'm happy to have it. Happy to have it. Try and kind of paint it and weather it as much as I can. But I bet some of those kits are pretty gorgeous. Oh, here's a question from Nick. A question: import minis are notoriously expensive in Australia. Mostly Warhammer, I understand, has 3D printing taken over there as a result. Well, in Australia, I understand, has 3D printing taken over as a result. I don't know. I mean, there are Warhammer models and stuff that you can get here, and I'm like completely beginner with like Warhammer, so I don't have a lot of the kind of Forge World and stuff, like exotic stuff that you normally would get. But maybe one day I'll probably discover that whole underworld. But we've got Warhammer stores here. It's probably a bit more expensive, so there's probably a bit of a price hike for us. But not everyone 3D prints around here. It is still kind of a niche hobby, and people are still kind of working it out. The game body kits are STL files. They typically include files for FDM in it. I'll have to check those out. So it's like STL files you can print. I actually feel like I've seen those, and they're like insanely like detailed and high quality 3D models for printing. I'm guessing they have a fair price tag to them. I just heard it was really expensive there and noticed your 3D printing. You know what? It's either or. Like, I've got a 3D printer, so I'm using it. And I know a lot of Warhammer terrain can be pretty pricey. I've seen some of the models and like, wow, people are really dedicated to this stuff. Like, I think I bought like just like a starter set kind of thing, and that was pretty pricey. So you might be spot on with some of the import stuff. But I don't have a lot of exposure to it myself, so I probably can't speak on that with much authority. Okay, I think I've painted all of these. Ah, no, missed a spot. Nope. Anybody think one-page rules is as fun as Warhammer? Man, I've been meaning to check one-page rules out. It looks like I've been seeing some Luke Geek Gaming Scenics kind of like videos and stuff, and it looks like there's some really cool like sets that you can get, especially like I would even think for like D&D and stuff, like having like just a legion of like mummified warriors of all kind of shapes and sizes sounds pretty damn cool. All right, I'm pretty close to the end here. Let's see, we've got all of these leg things. They're all kind of done. Probably not going to get to edge high leg tonight, but it's still a step in the right direction. Have things have a layer of paint on them, and probably seeing it like this is probably going to be a good motivator to get these guys done as well. Got to go. These thingies, little cap thingies. I don't think I have to paint too much on those. I've got like these little leg thingies, which probably don't need to paint at all. Oh, we're close. That out of there. What's that? Game body files are not too bad price-wise, but they have sales all the time. About $10 to $50, depending on what you want. Like shrinking armies to... Okay. Yeah. I think I've seen some, and it was like $50 or something. And I can definitely see like the value in it for some folks. For me, it's a bit up there. Sometimes it's nice to just look at those 3D models and check them out. Should definitely give those guys never look. Alright, go. So you can get some nice Nice blends there. The airbrush. Alright, so this stage is I'm just... Oh, that's what I said. There we go. Time for a sip of whiskey. One for you, one for me. Anybody think one-page rules? Shrinking armies to 15 mil. Looks like, yeah, like Geek Gaming Cynics, Luke, he does that stuff all the time. Sounds like, I would guess you've seen that kind of stuff. But yeah, he does some really cool stuff with like the small scale armies. Some of that stuff's super appealing, especially for folks like me who are starting to run out of space for storing all of this stuff. Yeah, so smaller scale stuff sounds not too bad. I wonder if there's like tiny scale like Star Wars Legion stuff. Like maybe I could have printed this guy at like half the size. Saved a lot of pain. Saved a lot of pain. I mean, it is big and impressive though, as well. What whiskey is it today? Today's live stream is brought to you by... Where is it? A 16-year-old. Very nice. 16-year-old Tom and Tool, Speyside Glenlivet. Christmas present for old Seb. I guess Seb was good this year. Oh, we'll top this one up a bit. 16-year-old. Yes. My my wife, when she gave it to me, she said, I bet you've never had a 16-year-old. I was like, that's... I was like, oh, I don't think that's the right thing to say. Borocho, welcome. We're just having a little bit of fun here, painting some terrain models. Oh, I'll say it's a model. It's a miniature Maximature. Why? We're finally getting some paint on this AT Walker. I'm gonna keep pulling out the head here. We're gonna light this guy up. I'm gonna leave him plugged in here. I've got a little light. I kind of pop into the head here. I'm gonna leave it lit up. We're gonna leave it on there. So I'm gonna have the head detachable, so I can keep doing that. Just drop this stormtrooper. Oh, he's gone. At least he wasn't a 3D print. I'll have to find him later. He's off on his own secret mission. There we go. But yeah, we're almost... I was just doing a little airbrush pass for some of the panels and stuff. Yeah, so we've got all these bits and pieces. I'm super excited to kind of get together and finally get some paint on this stuff. Oh my gosh, it's been like a red pile of FDM printed stuff for a while. So finally primed it all up, and we're just getting like some airbrush on this stuff, which has been Maximature. Maximature. There we go. Not miniature. All right. We've got... These are the last pieces. Everything else is kind of sprayed. I'm going to have to get... edge highlighting soon. I really want to try edge highlighting stuff. Still got a little bit of time. I do got some work tomorrow. I guess, you know, the responsible thing. It's a school night, so you don't want to be too tired for work, Seb. And I'm sure they would understand. I'm sure they would go like, Seb, why are you so freaking tired today? You're falling asleep in meetings. No, look, I was on a live stream with a whole bunch of folk, and I was painting an AT Walker because I need one for my Star Wars nerd games. They'd be like, oh, of course, Seb. That's... We'll more than necessary. There we go. Have you checked out the Summer Stormtrooper? Oh shit, man, no. I haven't checked those out, man. It has been crazy busy lately. Summer Stormtrooper models, they sound so good. I have to check those out. Yeah, I definitely have to give those a look. Oh man, we are getting so close. I'm batch painting these now. Ooh. Ooh. Come on, Seb, you can do it. I'm just gonna do it section at a time. Each one. Go, 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 go. Say what you will about airbrushes, at least you can get some speed going. Because I'm on a single pot of paint here. I have not changed it out yet. Or topped it up. I've used it for this whole model so far. Right. Yeah, we're flying pretty close to the sun here now. Oh boy. Yep, we're almost there. We can make it. We can make it. Just keep believing, Seb. We'll get there. The problem is now that I've had a whiskey or two, I'm going a little heavier on the hammer here on the airbrush. When you overshare with your workmates, it's fun to see their eyes glaze over, you know, pester me for the rest of the day. You know, that's something like I've that's something I wish you could do. Like, I don't know if any of you folks have played like Mass Effect or anything like that. You know, when you go into like those social conversations. I don't know. Sometimes, like, I don't know. Is this an adult thing? You're in a conversation. Obviously, the conversation has reached its conclusion of what would be conversed. And you kind of want to just do the Commander Shepard thing of like, I have to go now. Or just, definitely my son has been guilty of it, of just like, okay. Just like leaves probably a little sharper throughout the conversation. It's like, no, I think we were done. I think we were done with the exchange. And it was just kind of like lingering on a bit longer than needed to be. Yeah, so I don't know. It's probably, I kind of wish there was like I'm done with the conversation here. And I think we're both done with the conversation here. But I guess there is like niceties and try not to be too rude and stuff about things. You know, boring etiquette stuff. Okay, but always remember that summer party AT-AT's always an option. Holy crap, am I missing out on a whole summer pool party edition of Star Wars Legion? That, you see, I was always thinking for like how am I going to show like atmosphere, tabletop atmosphere in like well lit conditions and stuff. And there's no better atmosphere than summer pool party kind of atmosphere. And that's got full sun. The whole thing. That's like margaritas and stuff. I'm probably completely misinterpreting what these summer stormtroopers are. You know, I was expecting like they're holding like little coconut drinks and stuff. Yeah, it's probably like just like the sand troopers from like Rogue One or something. Cover that up. All right, could paint an ATST like a pink flamingo. Oh man, yeah, because I've got the ATST from Blizzard Force. That's not a bad idea. That'll get a few likes on the old Instagram, I reckon. If you're not already, I am on Instagram, and that's kind of where I post a lot of cool, like, still shots and stuff, maybe some behind the scenes kind of thing. So if you haven't already, that's probably the second platform where I kind of post some shorts and stuff. I will post shorts on the YouTube channel as well, but yeah, Instagram's a great place to go if you haven't already to follow me. See if there's a nickel. You can also direct message me on there and go say, Seb, I'm trying to like plug in these lights and it's just not working. It's like, I don't know, I'm not there, but I'll try and help you as much as I can. Yeah. Getting there. This little last bits here. Everyone enjoys the beach series in anime, so yeah, beach party army. I think you're onto something. I think, yeah. Because we've had a cold summer over here in Australia. We've had a couple of warm days, couple of, like, maybe we had like a heat wave 1 week or something. But right now it's jumper weather, and we're meant to be in the middle of summer here. Two, three, four. There we go. Getting close here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side. Then we'll have this guy all painted. Well, first pass, airbrush passed. That whiskey's dangerous. That's a little too smooth there. You guys gonna ask me some like dumb questions, and I'm gonna be like, be a little too honest with some of them. It's an After Dark special though. That's what you expect. A little bit of honesty. Oh shit! Oh, hang on. I thought I was out of paint. We're getting so close though. Ooh, I'm so nervous. Oh, so close. Oh, probably if I didn't go so ham on these ones, I would have had something. Oh, it's empty. It's dry. Got all the way through it, except for that little bit. I just can't be bothered mixing more paint. Just a tiny bit. It's gonna bother me though. Gotta have to fill it. Oh, need a tiny bit more. What's the mix? We've got. Here's what I'm using. If you missed it out, top of the stream, we've got some of this, which is Pro Acryl Primer. I got the white one, so I can tint it with these acrylic inks, these Liquitex ones, so I can prime it any color I want, which is good. And then I'm going to thin it a little bit with some airbrush thinner, and that's been a good mix for me so far. Why am I using the primer? I think because it's got a really nice matte finish to it, and it was a big amount rather than just using like model paint. I have tried using the Vallejo one, and I have not had good luck with this one at all. So yeah, I don't know. This one's like super sticky and stuff, and I've tried like shaking it and everything, and it's super like liquidy and stuff. So I thought this would come straight through the airbrush, but I don't know. If you guys use this one and have had success with it in the chat, you know, let me know. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. We got negative 23 degrees in Russia a few days ago. Jeez, negative 23. I don't know. To me, like, personally, I like the cold weather. So I've already got like a ski trip booked for winter, and oh God, yeah, I can't wait for like the cold and stuff. So that 20, you know, probably if I was there at negative 23, I'd be like, what the hell have you, what the hell have you wished for, Seb? No, not negative 23. It's a bad idea. Because whoa, you know what? I've never been in negative 23. Like maybe I've been in negative 7 or something. Maybe that's the worst I've been in. Yeah, negative 23. I can't. I mean, things freeze pretty goddamn fast. All right, we got one. Yep, one. Thinner here. There we go. I'm tempted to just a tiny bit more whiskey. Little drop. There we go. Just a little taste there. See? Something for the airbrush, something for the man brush. Whatever that means. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna mix this guy up. Here we go. Brush. You know what? Just because I've been painting so much with the one color, I haven't had to do like color changes or anything like that. It's all been pretty straightforward. It is a bummer that I fell short so close to the end. That's all right. Give this to me. All right, here we go. Just doing a little check here. Vallejo primer is really nice. If you add Vallejo flow improver before primer, at least it works for white and black ones. Yeah, I wonder if that's the issue for me. Maybe because I've been using the gray one. I think probably if I was going to buy it again, I'd probably... Like when you say flow improver, do you mean like the thinner? Because I have been using that one. And that flow improver has been really good. Yeah, maybe if I got the white one. The cold air is clean and not too dry. Clothes don't get damp. It's wonderful. It sounds like something I would love. Yeah, I love the cold weather. Oh, how did that happen? I was mixing stuff. It's sloppy, Seb. What is the Empire going to think about that? You didn't see that. Just dripped a little bit. Yeah. All right. let's just try and finish this one. There we go. I think it's not too bad. And that is that. You see how it's dried? It's a lot less, it's more toned down after it's dried. These guys a little bit. All right. Well, I think we got there. Flow improver isn't the same. It's thinner. It's like dish soap that makes water more liquidy. It also means the paint gets more like a wash that seeps into cracks more. I'll have to check it out. Maybe I'm missing something. Because, yeah, a lot of people swear by the Vallejo primer for the airbrush and stuff. So, oh, I can hear it. Just quiet. Don't move. Out there. I can hear him. It's just one big possum. I can just hear him just scuttling on the roof. All right. Well, that was a lot of fun. We got some paint on this guy. It has been a hot slice to get some. Oh, we can even see the light still going in this guy. We've got some paint on this guy. This was from my Christmas pile of shame. He's not gonna be a shame no more. I'm gonna do some like edge highlighting and stuff. Maybe I'll do that off camera and stuff. So really curious how the AT-AT will turn out. Me too, buddy. I want to see how it all turns out. I've been looking up reference for this stuff, and it's pretty much just like a gray thing. So I'm gonna like just try my darndest to try and replicate it with what the 3D print I've done here. So yeah, if you follow me on Instagram, you might be able to see a finished one hopefully soon. I'm super excited. Getting it to this stage has been really good to kind of get like I'm gonna see this on the table, kind of just like winking at me, going, "Hey Seb, paint me," just he's gonna be teasing me I'm just gonna put it like this. Yeah, we got some bits done tonight. I'm gonna leave it on the table here because I think Seb's gonna finish it this weekend or something. I think it's already. Oh, it's cool. Like, I got so excited. Maybe I could have finished this on a weekend project. Yeah. If you follow me on Instagram, Atmoseeker on Instagram, you might see some finished results hopefully soon. I mean, this has been a long job going, so I'd love to move on to the next thing and have work on some of the Hoth board for Star Wars Legion, and it's been a lot of fun so far. This is my first 3D print of this size, so hopefully we'll have some more bigger ones in the future. Maybe some props and stuff I might 3D model myself. That's kind of like bonus kind of material that you can expect from the Patreon as well. If you're not a member on Patreon, sometimes I'll do little 3D models and stuff for little kind of atmospheric tools. There was a cool like video that we did some industrial kind of wargaming piping for like smoke effects and stuff. So if you're curious, you can check out some of the past videos that kind of showed some of those content. But yeah, if you're a Patreon supporter, you'll get early access to any kind of early goodies like that as well. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get this guy done one day. I'll find that stormtroopers somewhere. And until next time, I'll be around. I'll be doing stuff. I'll be popping in here every now and then, trying to work out like I think we've got a fog video on the horizon. This is going to look at a fog machine that I've been using lately. Yeah, until next time, I'll catch you later. I'm Sebastian. This is Atmoseeker. Let's create and inspire. See you then. All right, let's go to bed. Ugh. Oh my gosh. I think my mic's still alive. So, yeah, see you later. Sitting in the dark now. You see me, I see you. Just gonna finish off this glass of whiskey as the clock runs out, I guess. Borotrol asking for new prop videos. I do like those ones. They're very good. They're a lot of fun. They do take a while to make, though. I do enjoy those ones, though. Yeah. This is real after dark here. Seb sitting in the dark. I don't even know if you guys can hear me. I bet you can. It's a secret stream, a secret post stream. Yeah. The people who are the dedicated stream followers, they'll hear me. This is so dumb. Still got plenty of ink here. All right, that's enough.